Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Out of Bounds. My name's CJ. Today's video, we're going to be covering NBA prize picks for January 2nd. It's about 4:30 p.m. right now, so the projections you see up on prize picks, they're accurate as of around 4:30 Eastern time. So just be on the lookout for those because they change throughout the day. They go up, they go down as people start to put in bets and stuff. You know, the algorithms, I'm guessing, of prize picks start to kick in, and they'll adjust accordingly. So if a lot of people are taking the under on James Harden's 55 points, well, you'll start to see that projection slide. It'll go down. Or if people are taking the over on Malcolm Brogdon, well, then you'll see his projection start to slide up. So just something to keep in mind. If this is your first time at the channel here, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you. We do prize picks, board rundowns, every day, really. I mean, for NBA and, with the NFL, we do those about once a week or so. So this is something new that I wanted to start getting into for 2021. This is my second video ever. So for you guys who are returning and coming back for more content, welcome, and it's good to see you again. And hopefully these videos continue to get better and better and better. That's my goal. I got a lot of feedback from the first video. A lot of you guys liked it, some of you didn't like it. Some of you had some friendly suggestions and comments and stuff. I just want to let you know that I hear you. Your voice will not go unheard by me. Trust me. This is a video by the people, for the people. So I want to make this channel everything that you guys want to see and want it to be. So without further ado, let's get into some PrizePicks NBA action. All right, so we got the PrizePicks board up. We're going to key in on all of the games that are on like the main slate here. So we're going to skip over the Sacramento and Houston slate. Just because by the time I get this video posted, it'll probably be up. I mean, as you can see, the ticker, it's going down and down. There's only about 40 minutes until that game gets started. So we're going to skip past that one. And we're going to jump right in here at the New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers game. Basically what we're going to do here today is we're going to click on some of the more popular plays from each game, and then we're going to reference their projections versus guys like Roto Grinders, guys like Fantasy Pros, guys like Roto Wire, and we're going to see how the PrizePicks projections as of 4:30 January 2nd, how they stack up against some of these other sites. So a little bit of a comparative analysis, so to speak. So we'll start with Julius Randle. He's one of the more popular players for the New York Knicks. I expect a lot of people to be on him tonight. I took him the other night. I took the over on him against the Toronto Raptors. He ended up leaving the game early, did not hit his targeted projection, did not go over, ended up costing me a few bucks. But that's okay, because it's a new night and we could go right back to Mr. Randle and he could absolutely crush tonight. But let's see if there's anything that backs that up here. So Julius Randle on Roto Grinders projected for 42.1 points. Let's take a look at his game logs here. Over his last few, he's got 36, 36, 57, 52, and 35. Now, this is based on FanDuel scoring. Why are we using FanDuel, you ask? Well, that's a good question. FanDuel actually scores their NBA fantasy the same way that PrizePicks does. So PrizePicks, FanDuel scoring system, exactly the same. So that's a good thing for us as PrizePicks players. So we can look at FanDuel and know that if you see a projection for FanDuel for a guy, that PrizePicks, it equates, it translates over. So that's a good thing. That's helpful for us, especially in the content creator space. It's hard sometimes when PrizePicks uses proprietary projection or proprietary scoring, I should say, for some of their sports. It's like impossible to get any historical data or historical statistics for a particular guy in a particular sport based on the way that they score certain things. So luckily, NBA, that's not a problem. That's not the case. We can use FanDuel's game logs and FanDuel's projections for NBA. So awesome for us. So anyway, yeah, so you see here out of his last 5 games, he had 2 of them where he exceeded 50 points, absolutely crushed, and 3 of them where he finished in the mid-30s. So that's kind of what we can expect, anywhere from 35 up to a ceiling of maybe 57. So he's projected for 42 tonight. Let's check out Fantasy Pros. We'll filter by power forward. We'll go over here to projected points. 37.5 projected points on Fantasy Pros. Same thing with RotoWire. Flip over to them. 39.43. So again, that's a 43-point projection for Randall. Under here, under there, and under there. So bing, bang, boom, right? The stars align. Everybody thinks he's going to go under his projection of 43 on PrizePicks. So why go against the grain? Why be different? Let's not get cute. Let's take the under. So I'm going under on Julius Randle. Other side of this game, we've got Domantas Sabonis. He's projected for 46.5 fantasy points on PrizePicks. Let's take a look again. Roto Grinders. Domantas Sabonis, 46.12. Sabonis 43 and 46. So anywhere from 43 to 46. So I mean, PrizePicks 46.5. I mean, that's pretty much on point, right? I mean, they're right on the money here. Let's see if there's anything that we can gather from his recent game logs. He's got a 54, a 48, a 37, a 46, and a 47. So that 46.5 is it's within reach for Sabonis. I mean, he's done 46.5 or better in 3 out of his last 5 games. He faced the Knicks back on 12/23/20, dropped 54. So I think with the projections being so close as they are on Sabonis, I don't mind taking the over here. I think that he can repeat what he did end of December there, and 46.5. I mean, this guy can do it. He can do it for sure. Anybody else that we want to look at from that game? Not particularly. All right, let's jump to the next one. We've got OKC versus Orlando. OKC's best player is going to be SGA. I'm going to stick with calling him SGA. I don't want to mess up Shai Gilgeous Alexander. SGA works for me. SGA works just fine. So let's go over to shooting guard real quick. 37.97 points on Roto Grinders. Over here on Fantasy Pros, 40.3. And last but not least, Roto Wire, 41.84. So the guy's projected to go 40, right? Let's take a look at his game logs. Is 40 realistic? Well, you know, the first game of the season, he had 43.9. Then he dropped down to 39.1. And then he dropped down to 36.9. And then he went down even further to 22.8. So, I mean, you know, the guy is regressing. He's regressing right before my eyes. Just like my green screen here is regressing. You know, I depend on the natural light of the window here, and that's going down. The sun's going down. It's 4:30. So, yeah, we're doing the best we can here with what we got. But, you know, I don't trust SGA. I think the 40 points is a little bit too rich for my blood tonight. I'm going to take the under on the guy and hope that I'm right. We'll go on the other side of the ball here with Nikola Vucevic, Orlando Magic. As you can see, Orlando Magic homer. I am a big Magic fan. Vooch is a baller. That's not bias talking. That's just facts. Big facts. We like Nikola Vucevic. 41.1 on Roto Grinders. Over here, Fantasy Pros has him at 41.1. So they're like, you know, right on the button here. They're in agreement on Vooch. 39.8. Roto Wire's a little bit lower than the other two guys. Projection of 42. You know, this is another one of those situations where when the 3 sites all agree on it, you know, I'm just going to go with it and take the under. And I think you guys should as well. We don't have any reason really to go against the grain here. I mean, OKC, He did put up 49.5 against OKC, and that was just a couple of games ago. So if you think that he's able to repeat, you know, he played a whopping 34 minutes, by far the most minutes he's played of any game this season. If you think he repeats, though, definitely take the over, but I think I'm going to go under here based on the experts and their projections on the various sites. So moving on, anybody else that we're interested in from this game? I can imagine Markelle Fultz being pretty popular. The guy's been on fire. If you haven't noticed, Fultz is having easily his best start to any season of his young professional career. He's projected for 30.65 here on Roto Grinders, which would be under his projection on PrizePicks. We look here on Fantasy Pros, 28.1, another one for the under. And finally, 28.79 on RotoWire. So under. You know, we can crack the game logs open. But this is another one of those things where under. I'm probably going to be under too. 29, 37, 32, 33 in his last meeting against OKC. So there's a slim chance that he goes over the 32. But I'm gonna align with the rest of the sites here and stick with the under on Fultz. So Joel Embiid, definitely got to talk about Embiid. Probably the best big man on the board tonight. Let's go over to Roto Grinders first, as always, and check in and see what they have him at. 50.84, so slightly above his projection on PrizePicks tonight. 50.4. Wow. Fantasy Pros agrees. And then 49.78. So that 49.50 range, I mean, they're right on the money. This is one of the situations where the projections are so close. I don't feel like there's an edge to be had here. So I'm probably just going to fade him. I'm not going to try and flip the coin and hope it lands on heads or tails and I get it right. I would rather just look elsewhere to gain an edge on this particular pick. So we'll fade Embiid. There'll be other nights we can take Embiid, but tonight's not the night. His running mate, Ben Simmons, 41 points is his projection. We'll head on over to point guard. Ben Simmons projected for 42.85. That would be an over. 44.8, that would also be an over. And do we have a trifecta on the over? 40.95. So they're just under the projection of 41. Let's take a look at his game logs real quick. 48, 40, 34, 40, and 37. This is the first time that they're going to be facing Charlotte. We don't have any historical data from this season for Ben Simmons versus the Hornets. But as you can see, 41, he's only cracked 41 one time, and it was the opener back in December 23rd. So, you know, I'm probably going to go... I'm going to go against the projections and against the grain here and say that Ben Simmons is going to be under 41. It'll be close. This is one of those ones that's toss up. Moving right along, Andre Drummond, 51. Look, I've been hammering the under on Drummond. And when I say hammer, normally I say that in a good way, but I've been hammering and I've been hammering my own fingers because the guy has just been crushing. Every time I take the under, he goes over. He's just been a beast. I think they started off the season a little too low on a lot of his projections, and they're starting to catch up. Everybody's starting to catch on across the industry. Drummond's just having a great year so far. So let's look at Roto Grinders real quick. Andre Drummond, 49.61. That would put him under. 49.1. That would put him under. And 41. Wow. Now that's an outlier. So you can see what a big difference RotoWire is compared to the other two sites that we looked at first. 51, 41. Usually I like a big, 10-point deficit like that. That's a huge margin. But in this case, no, I can't do it. Can't see myself going going under and buying into the 41. I mean, the 49 to 52 point range seems about right. Let's look at his game logs real quick. 34, okay, 66, 59, 64. I mean, this dude has crazy upside, right? This is the first time he's going to be facing Atlanta. So in this particular case, I think he could crush here. And so I'm going to take the over on Andre Drummond. I think earlier his projection was actually at 52, so a lot of people must be taking the under on him. I don't know why. I mean, this is a great matchup for him. I think this is a place where he can eat. This is a spot where he can crush. So let's go over on Drummond. Maybe I'm wrong again. I mean, I've been wrong on Drummond the rest of the season. Who knows? Trae Young, 46, going against the Cavs. The other side of the ball here from Drummond. And take a look at Trae over on Roto Grinders, 46.69, 46.3, and 42. Quite a bit lower than the first two sites. So he's at 46. Game logs, 50, 51, 38, 48, 40. So out of the 5 games we have him here, 3 of them he's exceeded his fantasy point projection over on PrizePicks tonight. So I think that this is a game that Trae could definitely go over. 46 seems to be quite accurate. I mean, it seems to be on the money. We got him 46 on 2 sites out of the 3. I think the 42 is just too low, but this could be a situation where maybe you want to fade it. Maybe you don't want to take Trae Young, but I have him like a slight under on that 46. So let's move along here. Daylight is burning. It's like burning a hole in my green screen behind me. I did not expect the sun to drop this fast. But hey, we're learning, right? We're learning, we're growing every day here on Out of Bounds. So thanks for hanging with us. Pascal Siakam, other night, he was a late scratch, apparently for some disciplinary reasons. 35 is his projection tonight. Let's take a look and see how that aligns with the rest of the industry. 37, so they like him to go over on Roto Grinders. They like him to go well over 46.2. That seems way out there as far as projections go. And 36. So for some reason, Fantasy Pros has him way out in outer space. They think he's going to have just a monster game, I guess, and crush, like a ceiling type performance. Let's take a look at his game logs real quick. 32, 47, 34. So he's only really exceeded 35 one time, and that was back the day after Christmas against the San Antonio Spurs. Last time he played New Orleans, back December 23rd, he had 32.2. So I think I'm going to take the under on Siakam. At 46, I'm just not buying it. I mean, that would be like peak Siakam. And I'm just not on board with that. So next guy is Zion Williamson, 41 points. I've been hammering the under on Zion, and I have been getting paid thanks to that. So let's see if tonight is another advantageous position for us to hammer the under on Mr. Williamson. He's projected for 38 over on Roto Grinders, 41 on Fantasy Pros, and 36 on RotoWire. So 2 out of the 3 sites like the under. I think I like the under too. Let's see what happened the last time that he played Toronto back on 12/23/20. 31.5. Didn't get there. Didn't even get close to 41. Just another reason why I think taking the under on Zion makes a lot of sense tonight. You look at his last 2 games, 24, 16. I mean, yeah, he could be due for a bounce back game, but the last time they played Toronto, 31.5 points. I don't think he does bounce back tonight. I think taking the under is another good look for us tonight. So we got Kyle Lowry. He kind of let me down the other night. Took the over on him with Siakam out. Took the over on Fred VanVleet with Siakam out. VanVleet paid off. Lowry, not so much. VanVleet tonight, 35. He's a shooting guard over on FanDuel. 34.29 on RotoWire. We went out of order here. That's okay. We're winging it. 38 on RotoGrinders. And 37. So 2 out of the 3 sites. Yeah, 2 out of the 3 sites like the over on Fred VanVleet. We do have a game log from his first matchup against New Orleans. He dropped 25, which would put him well under. But look at the other games since then. 26, 30, 46, right? One of those games I mentioned, the last one, Siakam was out, did not play. In this particular case, let's take the over on Fred VanVleet, and let's call it a night. We'll end it right there. I'm having technical difficulty issues. It's part of the process. It's part of growing. I got to get some lighting in here. The sun, Mother Nature, has let me down. But I know you guys won't let me down because you're going to subscribe, you're going to like, you're going to comment, you're going to share, you're going to hit that notification bell so that next time I post a video, it shows right up on your phone. You click that little notification, takes you right to my video. You get all the latest and greatest picks that I have to offer here on Out of Bounds. And last but not least, down at the bottom of the screen here, PrizePicks. I'm an official affiliate with PrizePicks. If you're new to PrizePicks or you know anybody who's interested in playing PrizePicks, tell them to use promo code Curry, or they can use the link down in the description below. What that does for them, the first time they deposit on PrizePicks, I'm going to make sure that they get 100% of their initial deposit up to $100 matched instantly for free. So that's free money. They put in $25, they're going to get $25 back from PrizePicks. They put in $50, PrizePicks is giving them $50. They put in $100, PrizePicks will match another $100. So double your money right now on PrizePicks. Promo code Curry, or use the link down in the description below. Until next time, guys, this has been CJ for Out of Bounds, and I will see you later. Peace.